occasional deliverance, the conditioned deliverance, the unconditioned deliverance, etc. The concentration with examination and with analysis. The concentration without examination but with analysis only. The concentration without either examination or analysis. The concentration of emptiness, the concentration of signlessness, the concentration of wishlessness and other concentrations of the same kind. 2. Concentration of the doubly liberated saint. Question. Of the 6 meditations, the absorptions and concentrations of liberation have already been represented. Why speak of them again? Answer. There are 2 types of samadhi. 1. Those that are the prerogative of the saint delivered by means of wisdom. 2. Those that are the prerogative of the doubly delivered saint. The preceding section dealt with the prerogative of the prajnavimukta and, since the latter does not penetrate into the trances and the absorptions, it spoke only of the concentration belonging to the anagamya, the absorption preliminary to the first dhyana. But here we are talking about the prerogative of the ubhayatobhagavimukta who has the dhyanas, samapattis, and vimoksasamadhis all together. Sometimes it is a question of a short explanation. Here it is a question of a developed explanation. Sometimes just the name samadhi is mentioned. Here the meaning of it is explained. Furthermore, earlier it was a question of mastering the samadhis of the Sravaka and Pratyeka and, according to some, this would be 1 or 2 samadhis only and not the profound samadhis. Here we are speaking of the group of the very profound samadhis, viz. The dhyana, samapatti, and vimoksasamadhi. Furthermore, the dhyanas, samapattis and vimoksasamadhis are of 2 types. 1. Those that are acquired by means of detachment. 2. Those that are acquired by means of effort. Those that are acquired by means of detachment have been treated previously. Those that are acquired by effort are treated here. Finally, the dhyanas, samapattis and vimoksasamadhis are very difficult to obtain. It is necessary to seek them energetically and diligently in order to obtain them. Only by a mind of sympathetic joy will the bodhisattva succeed in surpassing them, but he does not yet possess these qualities. This is why we speak about them again here. Question. But the concentrations, wisdom, deliverance, knowledge, and vision of deliverance that you spoke of previously, they too are difficult to obtain. Why then do you say that these you are speaking of now are difficult to obtain? Answer. I have already said that the preceding ones, concentration, wisdom, deliverance, knowledge, and the vision of knowledge, were the prerogative of the saint delivered by wisdom and did not add up to the profound meaning of samadhi. On the other hand, the doubly delivered arhat possessing the threefold knowledge, who holds dhyana, samapatti, and vimoksasamadhi, is rare, and that is why it is necessary to speak of him again. Furthermore, the concentrations, wisdom, deliverance, knowledge, and vision of deliverance, of which the previous section spoke, although they are hard to attain, are not widely extensive, for they aim directly at nirvana. On the other hand, the dhyanas, samapattis, and vimoksasamadhis of the present passage concern the arhat who wants to obtain the bliss of the dhyanas and samapattis during the present lifetime. 1. E. The absorption of cessation, the dhyana attaining the summit, the knowledge resulting from vows, the concentration that prevents the arising of another's passions, etc. These do not lead directly to nirvana. This is why it is necessary to return to them at length. How do we know that the samadhi of the previous section leads directly to nirvana? In that passage, the author mentioned in turn deliverance, the knowledge, and the vision of deliverance. Therefore we know that that samadhi leads exclusively and directly to nirvana. 3. Wisdom, inseparable from concentration. Question. Given that the dhyanas, samapattis, and vimoksasamadhis are hard to obtain, they are spoken of again here. But of all the dharmas, wisdom is the most difficult and most subtle. Then why does the Prajnaparamita Sutra not return to it at all? Answer. It spoke of it above by saying, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva who wishes to control the knowledge of all the Sravakas and Pratyekabuddhas must practice the perfection of wisdom. Up until now it has not spoken of the higher dhyanas and samapattis. This is why it stresses it here. Dhyana and samapatti on the one hand, prajna on the other hand, are both wonderful dharmas. Those who practice these two things see their vows realized. They are like a bird that, having two wings, reaches its destination. Deliverance results from these two things. The knowledge and vision of deliverance are prajna. As for generosity and morality, of which it was a question in the preceding section, these are physical and vocal actions. Since they are coarse in nature and easy to obtain, the Prajnaparamita Sutra does not speak of them again. 4. The mind of sympathetic joy can be directed to the concentrations. Question: it is possible for the Bodhisattva to surpass the generosity, morality, and wisdom of the Sravakas and Pratyekabuddhas by means of a mind of sympathetic joy. Why? Generosity and morality are visible to the eye and audible to the ear. Wisdom also is something audible. Therefore it is possible to produce a mind of sympathetic joy towards it. On the other hand, the dhyanas, samapattis, and vimoksasamadhis can neither be seen nor heard. Then how could the Bodhisattva rejoice in them? Answer: the Bodhisattva rejoices in them by using his knowledge of another's mind. Question: but if the mind of another is impure, he cognizes the impure minds of others. If it is pure, he cognizes the pure minds of others. But not yet being Buddha, the Bodhisattva does not possess a pure parasittajnana. How then could he cognize the pure minds of the Sravakas and Pratyekabuddhas? Answer: in the system of the Sravakas. You would be correct. But according to the Mahayana system, the Bodhisattva has acquired the conviction that dharmas do not arise, has cut all the fetters and, from one lifetime to the next, never loses the 6 super-knowledges. Therefore he can, by means of an impure cognition of another's mind, know pure minds and, a fortiori, by means of a pure cognition, know the mind of another. Furthermore, some say, take a bodhisattva who is about to produce for the first time the mind of Bodhi and who does not yet have the body born of the fundamental element. If he sees or hears that a Sravaka is giving gifts or observing the discipline, this bodhisattva knows perfectly well that the man in question will become arhat and he rejoices in it. He says, that is a man who has found the true nature of dharmas and will escape from the threefold world. My own wish is to save all beings from birth, old age, sickness and death. That this man may find deliverance, that's up to me. For many reasons of this kind the Bodhisattva rejoices and his sympathetic joy is faultless. End chapter 44.